Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to The Binding of Isaac Repentance. It's been a while since I played. As usual, I'm not really playing much Isaac lately, but the game did get an update. Mechanics have been changed, and apparently Lazarus is now completely different from what he was before. Now, instead of dying once to turn into, good Lazarus, dying only takes 1 HP, but then you can die once per floor. So that if that's how this works, and I'm gonna hope for the best trying a new run here. Yes, let's go. If that's how it works, then Lazarus has now completely changed as a character, because instead of wanting to die on like basement 2 and then respawn and take all the spirit hearts and then just steamroll, you want to die once per floor as the character? I don't know, but I'm gonna try to figure out how to play as Isaac. I've been inspired to play a little bit more of it from watching other friends stream it, and also just hadn't played it in a while. So we'll give it a shot. Wafer's pretty good. If we do cost ourselves like a lot of HP over the course of a run, then a little bit of survivability in the late game would be kind of nice. But what we're gonna do is, my plan is defeat the boss, die, see how much HP we lose and how much damage we gain, and then just hope for the best, because I still don't quite understand what I'm supposed to do with the character. What a shop, man, what a shop. But I tell you what, I will buy everything including PhD. We should have definitely not taken the pill earlier, but at least now we have good pills. And if I can get a key, is it 1 key or 2 keys for the library? I think it's 2? No, it's 1. Isaac's rooms are 2 keys, so we'll definitely check out the library and get a book of some sort. And then we'll see what happens on this run. I'm taking damage, but I don't think I need to care too much about the dodges today. Okay, goodbye. Okay, so damage and range. Wow, there was really just no keys, huh? We do have a bomb. We might be able to find the secret room, which could be in one of 3 locations. Okay, so it could be up, could be down, it could be to the right, could be left of here, could be up of here. So it's really just like a 1 in 3 chance, huh? Okay. All right, see you later. So now the idea is kill yourself. You gain all stats up and you lose 1 HP. Is that how that works? So I think I will quickly go grab this spirit heart now, and then we'll move down to the next floor and then see what happens. Wow, we actually have pretty good stats. And it looks like that stat upgrade lasts for the whole floor. So, now I'm thinking about it and I'm like, okay, maybe the strat is if you can kill yourself early, yeah, and you get your 1-up back, and you lose the stats, but I think you do get like a permanent damage bonus every time you kill yourself. So the strat may be to kill yourself early on the floor if you can, and then you can get the all stats bonus for the whole floor. That's hard to enable, but I understand it. So we have 5.19 damage right now. I didn't check the damage after I picked up the Jesus juice, unfortunately, but if we kill ourselves on this floor, next floor, we'll be able to see how much damage we've gained. But I think it's like 0.5 per death. That's still like a very good damage upgrade, considering that on some runs you just like don't find damage upgrades ever. Lazarus having a way of getting a renewable damage upgrade is actually pretty fun. It's a pretty cool idea. Pretty cool implementation, and it's also is it a full heal? I didn't notice if we went up to full HP off of the first death there, but if it's a full heal as well, then if you can stack up 12 HP, get down to the womb or something, then all of a sudden you get 23 HP and then also an all stats upgrade when you die. That seems very strong. And you also respawn in the same room, so if you have a lot of HP, then you can immediately turn that into, oh, sweet. Yep, I'll take another health upgrade. Seems very appropriate right now. You can turn the... Bag of crafting, oh crap. You can turn the extra HP you have in just like a free extra life. This is a very interesting character now. I expected that. There's also a lot of other changes in the recent Isaac patch. Maybe not so recent when this ends up going up on YouTube at some point, but crawl spaces have been slightly reworked. Items that give you crawl space, well, items that give you crawl, trap doors can guarantee crawl spaces now in certain conditions. I don't know what those conditions are, but we'll figure it out in time, or I'll learn it, or I'll read about it, or get spoiled or something. And then weren't there some other changes? There were probably some other changes as well, like bug fixes and stuff. We'll worry about that later. Because we're just, other than, you know, checking out Lazarus, we're just playing some Isaac. Classic Isaac. So HP and luck seems pretty good. I have to admit, I'm very tempted to ignore the deals with the devil so we have more HP, but I think we should take a deal with the devil. Maybe not for 9 lives, but it would be interesting. Maybe we should take a deal with the devil so that we can get rid of HP now and then keep HP for later, if that makes any sense. Because we're gonna get HP over the course of the run. I mean, we have health up pills in the rotation and everything. Justice, we'll use that. I'd like to get your payout. So I think if I die, yo, that's so good. If we die, we'll respawn in this room. It's not full HP. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Which means it's gonna be harder to play those self-sacrifice or self-spike rooms. Do I want 9 lives? I actually don't think I want 9 lives. I don't know, and I'm gonna tell you why. I don't know the order of the extra life. I assume that the Lazarus life is first, but if it's not, that would be very annoying to work around. So I think I'm just gonna skip. And we will go grab all of the HP that we left behind, and we will also check out the curse room, go to the spike room, and if we have any extra, we'll play the blood bank. Oh, I can't even get to those. We need flight. Why does this always happen to me? It always happens, man. Really? I found the first secret room in, like, record time because I knew where it was. There it is. It's just a reroll machine, which is pretty bad. I guess if there's consumables that we don't want or can't get to, what we should do is put them in the bag, so that's a possibility. But first... HP. HP. I'll admit I'm a little worried now. Check out the spike room. A health upgrade. We have just like an incredible amount of health on this run. No way currently to fill it, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna go to the shop. Birthright. I have no idea what it does, but we can't afford it anyways. I'll buy the card. Moon? Use it on the next floor. Because in theory, you know, even if we go down to half a heart and we die immediately on the next floor, it shouldn't matter. Because of the fact that I hit the wrong button! It shouldn't matter because of the fact that we have the extra life. So if we die, we'll just respawn anyways. Done. Dun 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 dun. So I'm gonna play this 2 more times. If we get a chest, it could give us some more money. Birthright is like red stew that happens when you die. That seems amazing, and it kind of does incentivize the idea that you're supposed to die early on a floor, because if you die early on a floor and you get a massive damage bonus that lasts for the whole floor, that feels like it would be pretty good. Is this a curse chest? It is just a regular chest. Okay. Maybe we should have gone for that 9 lives, because we could have kept playing the spikes up there and gotten more payouts. But we'll just leave. We have, and I will go down here too. We have HP if we die, so dying is not a big problem. We'll also get a stat upgrade. It'll cost us a deal, but that's not that bad. That's one thing that I'm trying to figure out here, is that if it costs you like your deal, then you have to try to figure out how to die without taking damage. Like you could die from a blood bank or something, that would work, because if you die from a blood bank, it doesn't count against you. You could die from a self-sacrifice room. That won't count against you as far as deal chances go. So you just gotta find a way to kill yourself productively and then have the health to survive the death. That's what I'm thinking. So this is like perfect if I can find a way to kill myself. I'm trying to work around the dying mechanic, because I think it's important to figure out the best way of handling this. Okay, watch out for the, let's go. Watch out for the explosions here. So I don't even want to pick up the HP, honestly. I want a curse room. Okay, what? Maybe we will pick up the HP because we're already here. So I'll pick up one of these. We'll fight the boss. I don't know what Giga Bean does, but I don't really care that much. At least I'm doing enough damage to one-shot one of the poopers. Just helping quite a bit here. If there was a blood bank, I would have loved to have killed myself on the blood bank in order to get stats. But without having access to a blood bank or a curse room, this is probably, well, I mean, this is fine. This is fine. So we do get a, what is this, tier size up? No, it's tears up, but in one eye, which makes it very awkward. And then we'll keep exploring now. We'll do the mirror side as well as we attempt to figure this out. So if you can find a way to put spirit hearts on the ground, when you go down to the next floor, then you could kill yourself basically as soon as you are able to. Although again, we would like to kill ourselves using like a blood bank. So you would have to maybe find a way to put a blood bank and a blue heart on the ground when you go down to the next floor, but that seems like it might be a little awkward. The swarm, I love the swarm. It's a good item. It's a good enough item, anyways. We should kill ourselves. Because now we get a damage bonus for the rest of the floor, and we can pick up all the HP that we have here. And when we go and fight the other side of the boss, we'll have more survivability. Maybe not survivability, but we'll be able to do more damage anyways. I almost got you. Actually, we can, there's another self-sacrifice room? There's a lot of these lately, huh? He awaits your offering, sanguine blood. I don't quite understand how this item works, but I'm glad to have it. So we're gonna go to the mirror. We're gonna do the other side. We should get enough, we should get enough HP on the other side that we can play those spikes and get ourselves even lower. Nope, we're gonna go here. And our damage should keep us alive when we're fighting the boss again. The ability to fly is nice because it means that we won't be affected by the flush attack, for a lack of a better word. This is the wrong direction. If you play the spikes, you will die. Adder says, New Lazarus kinda gloated, good morning. Good morning? This is my first time playing New Lazarus. I'm trying to figure it out as I go, but it does seem pretty good. The extra 1-up per floor is, what the heck? The extra 1-up per floor is at the very least just, you know, an extra life. And a stacking damage bonus seems pretty effective. I just don't know if you're gonna explode. You gave me a pill though. It's a pretty good pill. I can see forever. Why is there 3 nubs? Oh, one of them was a champion that died and exploded into 2 of them. I understand. Yeah, only losing 1 heart is nice too. We got a lot of flies. Do the flies, they probably don't protect against contact damage, do they? Only bullets. Okay, booster pack. I mean, if there's cards we don't want, we can always suck them up. 2 of spades I'm just gonna use though.
Of spades.
2 of clubs I'm just gonna use though. Sun, Fool, Chariot. So the sun is perfect because if we die early on a floor, we can use the sun card, get back up to full health, get the damage bonus for a whole floor, and then question mark, question mark, question mark, profit? That's kind of where I'm going with this. Let's do the last room. All right. Wasn't really even anything in there. All right, I like it. I like it. Let's play the self-sacrifice room now that we have a whole bunch of HP. See what we get. We've already killed ourselves, yes. Tell you what I'm not gonna do though, which is go down to half a heart, because if I walk onto a spike in a room, I'm gonna kill myself, and knowing me, I will probably do that. So we're gonna go back and get some HP first. Because I am very dumb when it comes to stepping over spikes. I guess we'll take the bean item. Bounce away, sure. And then we will grab this, grab this, grab this. I forget, do you actually get to see the items in the bag of crafting when you craft them? Like, I know you do when you're playing as proper Cain, but what about when you just have the item show up on a run? I don't remember. I don't remember. I think it does show you on the bag what you get, but let's just hope. Let's also not forget that there are guaranteed recipes, I think. Oh no, you know what? It puts the item on the ground. Yeah. So if we get 8 red hearts, I think that does create an HP upgrade. Maybe even like the heart item. So in theory, we will be able to like specifically pick up specific items. If we're good enough, if we want it. Hey Adders, thank you very much for the subscription. As we play around with the new Isaac, the new old Isaac. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now here's a real Pastranda. Thank you as well. Here's a question. Is this gonna be slot machine? It's a slot machine, okay. To be expected, really. But you know what? Why don't we pick up some of the money and we'll launder. There we go. Ooh, what's the pill? Range up. I will always take a range up. Now, yoink, 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 yoink. Little gish. Okay, maybe Bag of Crafting is actually pretty good. Because thinking about it, I think on average, you're gonna get good items out of random items. Or at the very least, it'll be items that aren't the only items you're picking up on a run, so they're gonna be better than they would on Tainted Cane, right? Because with Tainted Cane, I don't want my only items to be Gish and Slot Machine. Yo, be careful. I'm just gonna use the sun. This other characters is totally fine. Okay, so I hate using the sun there, but on the next floor we'll be able to get HP on the ground that we can use to kill ourselves at the end of the floor. And our damage is 9.04. So I think our damage has improved since we didn't get a damage upgrade on this floor. I don't remember. I do not recall. Why don't we play this a few times? Right, 8 red hearts is yum hard. Thank you. I forgot, but I believe that is correct. There's also more HP, which I should have picked this up before I went into the self-sacrifice room, but that's my bad. Curse of the Blind. So now if we use the Bag of Crafting, we're gonna get a random item, but it still could be worth it. I mean, we're gonna get random items on this floor regardless, aren't we? A little bit of a Tainted Cane run, but instead of, you know, Tainted Cane being the meal, it's just like an appetizer. Hey, Quark. Welcome, and thank you for the gift subs as well. Boing, boing, boing. Hello? What was that sound? You hear that? It was like a choo. Boing. File. You know, that's actually real nice. We can go into the curse room for free. Thank you for the cacas in chat. Oh, you can even open up the chest for free. We got another health upgrade. I think there's 2 different health ups in the rotation, which I'm loving right now. Quark says, I've been here just lurking. The way I think about it is that Quark sees that someone subscribed and she's like, not on my watch, have a gift sub. That's kind of how I feel about it. Not one to be outdone, Quark, with the gift subs. I think we should just put this in the Bag of Crafting because that's a freaking golden bomb. And I would love to be able to make like a good item out of the bag for once. We'll find other reasons, says Arcatraz. Just Sheriff says, now I won't be laughed at for the lack of a subscription. I laugh at you regardless anyways. And it's not because of your lack of a subscription. Okay. So if we get HP, we should save the HP for when we kill ourselves at the end of the floor, which we should always be doing for a stacking damage bonus. See what we get out of this. Deal with the angel. We want it. We also, sure, a spoon is a spoon, and you're gonna give me whatever the hell you give me. Vade Retro Bagon. I don't really care about that. Okay, so I think I should just kill myself here. What the ever-loving hell is that? I mean, I know what it is. It's the bouncing jelly item, which I guess not only protects you from contact damage, but also walking into a fire. So maybe I should rate that a little bit more highly in my own runs. But also, what the hell is that gosh darn sound? And it like glitches out when you just stand inside of the fire trying to hurt yourself. I guess that's the sound I was hearing a second ago. Okay, well, you know, sure. Music to my ears, says bubonic lettuce. You do love pain and suffering. I mean, you enjoy a good Elden Ring, don't you? Don't you know? Lead pencil, that's a good item. Any super tinted rocks? It's been so long since I've seen one, I kind of forgot what they look like, but every once in a while I should definitely check. Well, that's weird, but we'll figure it out. I got the keys. I don't think we need more spirit hearts though. It's interesting because spirit hearts don't really seem that important if you just need to survive long enough to keep your deal chance with the boss and then kill yourself anyways. You just want to find spirit hearts every floor. That's the ideal. Now I would love to do that, but it would cost us HP. But not like it matters, because we die every floor anyways. So if we find a teleport, maybe we'll do it. Maybe even if we don't find a teleport, because it's just a free item at random, admittedly, but... There's another self-sacrifice room? I'm admittedly curious as to why I'm finding so many of these, but maybe I shouldn't, Oh, we gotta drop this. The spikes should regrow, I think. Hold on. Drop, am I holding the right button? No, I'm not, I'm holding the wrong button. Yeah, the spikes do regrow. I see. Well, thank you for the hype train, everyone who subscribed. Wink. Nudge. You know what sounds like to me? A new sub alert. Boing, 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 boing. Oh my god, like, thank you for my boings. Thank you for my boings. Part of Bob Rich with the clip. Isaac ASMR. Boing, 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 boing. Dude, the health ups are out of this freaking world. Okay, you're the bomb guy. You know what, we can do this very productively. First of all, I want this. It's another health upgrade, okay. But if we play this productively, we can then go into the boss trap room and see what's in there. I think we might as well, because we're just pushing our advantages here. We have already killed ourselves, but we have good damage. I think we can defeat whatever these bosses are gonna be. A little risky, sure, but if it's HP, not the HP I was looking for, because I was gonna say if it's HP, we'll get the HP immediately, but not for the old bandage. But now whenever we get hit, we have a chance of dropping HP, which I guess is kind of a synergy with us. I forgot also, actually, I didn't forget anything. I don't know why we spawned a half heart. I thought that Gimpy would spawn HP when you killed an enemy, but maybe old bandage does too now? Look, I don't freaking know. You think I know? You think I understand what's going on in this game half the time? Hell no. Not even half the time, more like zero of the time. I'm good at finding secret rooms though, that I know. That's another HP upgrade. So now we're at 9 containers. But again, it's interesting on this character because if we, I can't get to that. If we, thank you. If we have full HP, we don't really want full HP because full HP makes it hard to kill ourselves. We want low HP. It's so weird, it's so strange. So I think I'm gonna bag, get Midas's touch, which seems pretty good with the bouncing belly, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That gives us Yum Heart. 7 cents and a Spirit Heart for Yum Heart. That's not the worst payout it could possibly be, but it's not necessarily that good. What happened? Why did my bag have like a full charge? Now it's portable slot again. What is happening? I am admittedly a little confused because like I used Yum Heart and my bag I think had a full charge on it. You know what? There's probably pennies on top of themselves. That's what it was. Yeah, there was probably like 4 pennies on top of themselves and I picked them all up at once. I get it. I get it. All right, well, I'll play Judgment here, see what he has. I actually wanted to suck that into the bag, my bad. My bad bag. That we're just gonna take. You know what, screw that, we have enough HP. Punching bag. We needed the bomb anyways. Chrissia says, new visuals on Champion Bosses 2, still can't figure it out. I've not seen that myself. Oh God. Although I probably just haven't been paying attention. I'll try to pay attention. I'll try. We're 30 minutes into this run. We're not exactly speed running it here, but I'm trying to experiment with the character and also, you know, play slot machines and stuff when they show up, so pardon-moi. Chrissia says, still can't figure it out because in my mind, it's a new enemy. I got it, yeah. There is a lot of visual memory in Isaac, seeing an enemy and knowing what they do, remembering what they do. So anything that you stole my penny. Anything that interrupts that would make it a little bit harder. Especially for champions, because all the champions behave, you know, subtly differently from one another. Even just Red Mom and Blue Mom. I wonder if Mom got an update. Oh wait, it says new, well, it says champion bosses. Or that's what she said, so I don't know. Look, I don't freaking know. I just play the game, okay? I just play the damn game. I'm loving the file though. File's a pretty top tier trinket, I think. There's a lot of spikes in the game, especially in this Repentance DLC. Spike rocks, spike floors, spiky enemies. Stop stealing my pennies, Bumbo. I need those cheap pennies for my book bag. I should not have picked that up. It was just a habit, because we've already killed ourselves as Lazarus, but no, we want to die on every floor. And I am noticing our damage going up every death. It's a very minor, but it is happening. It's happening! Also, I was kind of hoping that I'd get a little bit more money out of this, but also I didn't pick up any of the money because Bumbo got it all, unfortunately. But you know what? What about a couple of keys? 10 bombs. What the heck? Where'd that key come from? Was that you, Bumbo? You make me a key? I feel like consumables are just dropping at random. At least it's not bombs, though. My bomb body is dropping bombs. Bumbo! I'm like just slightly slow, Bumbo. Don't steal my stuff. Blue Mom is blue and more hairy, says Chrissia. What the heck? What the heck? One thing I did not need was a hairier mom. I've got enough of a hairier mom, if you know what I mean. Greed? Admittedly, I don't have that much money, so. If ever I get hit, I should just run into the enemies, because then I'll get the extra coins because of Midas, which I'm trying to utilize, although not very effectively, and I lost all my blue hearts now. Bumbo, he goes over rocks too? Oh my, get out of here. Soul Converter? Soul Converter. That's not what I was looking for. I hate this boss. Luckily, I've got, you know, good sort of like projectile protection. Got another deal with the angel here, which, you know, I kind of like because it usually means spikes. God, I hate that sound. So we lose 1 HP. By the way, have 3 more HP. Okay. I mean, it works. Worked well. And then, you know what? Ooh, that bypasses the wafer. That's interesting. I didn't realize that would happen. Maybe we'll go down to the mausoleum on this one too. Get an extra item room and shop. We've already lost the ability to do the full alt path because we don't have the full knife piece, but that's okay. We've been here? Oh crap, where am I? What am I doing? We haven't even found the item room, so I'm trying to explore for that if I actually had a mental map of this place. I think we started down, so we should go, nope, we started that way. Go right? Go left, I guess. I think maybe this might have been our spawn room right here. There we go. Beast, so you can die on every floor on the ascent for massive damage. Ogrim, that's a fantastic idea. The only concern there is that those enemies and the beast fight itself is pretty tough, so you might not want to go down to 1 HP per floor. Where did that come from? An item just spawned. I have no idea what's happening. My pill body is spawning bombs and I don't know why. I just have epiphoria for some reason. I didn't use my bag of crafting, did I? Bumbo, get out of here. I don't know why that spawned, but I'll take it. Gork says, are you gonna make that a thing, Abe? Why not? Yes. Why was there, wait, what spawned a trinket? I feel like I have an item that's causing things to drop, and I don't think it's Bumbo, but maybe Bumbo's been changed as well. Maybe now Bumbo spawns items randomly, and like consumables and trinkets and whatnot. Yo, where the hell's the item room? Did I already visit the item room? Okay, this is the room that had the 2 fetuses in it. This had nothing. God, I hate the curse of the maze, or lost, or I mean all of them really. We went left, went up, we went right. Right again should be the curse room, which you've already been to. This is a dead end. Down, right, leads us to a room that had a golden chest in it. This goes right down left, which leads to a large room. There's the item room right there. I guess we've already been to the item room. Okay, let's leave. I'm done. I'm done with this place. I thought I hadn't been to the item room yet. Okay, well, you know what? 10 bombs was from this floor? Really? I thought that was last floor. Look, time flies when you're having fun playing Isaac, right? That's what I choose to believe in anyways. So we have no spirit hearts, so we might lose our deal chance if we get hit. Speed up helps. And we'd rather not lose our deal chance. The heck? Just dropped HP. I'm still just... Well, I just got an item for some reason. Okay, well, you know, thanks, Bumbo, I guess. What the hell? Blood of the Martyr, damage up. All right. What the heck? It's gotta just be Bumbo has been changed and now he just gives you items randomly. Because I wouldn't know what else, why we would just be getting random items then. Not that I'm complaining about it, because, you know, Bumbo is freaking awesome at giving you random items apparently now. Oh, thank you, punching bag. No, Bumbo! Oh, you freak! I mean, I guess if he's giving you more items, it's okay, but I really wanted that myself, Bumbo. Just saying. I was just a little slow on the draw because I was like, do I want to put this in my bag? Well, there goes our deal chance now. Which I guess is, you know, the problem of being a little bit low on HP. Sure, you get potentially more, what the hell? Sure, potentially you get more, please die. Opportunities to kill yourself, but you also potentially ruin your deal with the devil chance. You really do need to have like spirit hearts moving down between floors. Chrissy says, I'm happy that I unlocked Beth. What was the unlock for Beth? I forget. Either way, congrats. All right, I love that. Pheromones is such a weirdly useless but also sometimes useful pill. Beat game on with Lazarus on hard mode. Without losing a life. Without losing a life, that's what made it hard. I remember. And I guess now that they've changed Lazarus, that might be even harder potentially. Who knows? Jesus! Okay, don't stand on the creep at least. I really didn't expect to walk into the room and then explode. What is this? Enter the gungeon when you come across a explosive barrel next to the doorway when you walk into the room? And you have a wingman who fires an explosive missile directly into it? And you're playing as the robot and it costs you your old crest? Which actually has happened before. It's been a while, but I remember it. Hey, Bumbo, you're not paying out with items anymore, which is unfortunate. You should do that more often. That was fun. Mighty Odin, welcome. How you doing? And Super Salad. Welcome, welcome. I should stop using this on Curse of the Blind, but I forgot it was Curse of the Blind, honestly. What a hard room. Careful. I always feel like I gotta be careful around Bumbo, because he's Bumbo. You got him, Bumbo? You got him. Keep putting bombs into the bag. I like putting bombs into the bag because, oh good, Curse of the Tower. I like putting bombs in the bag because I have 12 of them right now. Just Sheriff says, I literally just got to a shop with 4 gestures and a lunar. Or sorry, 4 gestures and a tonic. I actually know what that means. I feel smart. Hold on, we gotta kill ourselves. We haven't done that yet, okay. So accept that life is gonna be, you know, big pain for a while. Old Bandage is like really good on Lazarus now. We're just getting like a ton of HP. And when we die, supposed to be able to pick up all this HP. That was weird. It was a delayed activation of Curse of the Tower. Quite interesting. But we have 12 damage right now. Some of that's gonna go away on the next floor, but only like 2 of it, I think. So we should be at like 10, around that much anyways. I should have paid more attention to the floor layout, but it worked. Now can we get a, oh good, Guppy's tail. We did not, in fact, get a Spirit Heart, so we gotta be a little bit careful. Boing, boing, boing. I'll check. Scissors. You know what? I'm actually gonna take these because it negates Curse of the Tower. And Rotten Meat. This is why I didn't want to take this earlier, because it is a heal. Bum, bum, bum. Sheriff says, I think I know what Newt wants me to do. Now just never take egocentrism. Otherwise you'll be completely ruined. Okay, that's interesting. If we wanted to get black hearts, we could get them, albeit with a small cost. I ran into a bullet and lost a lot of my deal chance. But hey, there's all of my bombs now. Please stop it. I forgot about the secret button. So in theory, now we should die before we fight Mom, because we've already lost our deal with the devil. So the most important thing right now is just making sure that we don't have to go down to the womb with 1 HP. Mighty Owen says, to be honest, you should never take egocentrism. I haven't tried it yet in Risk of Rain. I want to at some point. No. I want to try it at some point just to see how bad it could possibly be, but I imagine it, you know, it's got to have a positive, right? Dude, these fire guys are crushing me. They're doing a very good job of smacking me around, when I'd rather they didn't. Do you fire bullets? Guess you didn't fire them at me, did you? Well, whatever. It's just free bombs at this point. Oops. Aren't we climbing, says Ogrim. Climbing? Where are we climbing? Right. Like, immediately forgot about the bombs disappearing. Whoa, 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 whoa. I remember how this works. And then just immediately get crushed again. Still. So, like, I'm definitely seeing the Lazarus problem, which is, you know, I'm not the best dodger. I take damage on occasion, and if you're taking damage, then what you're not doing is surviving. So you can go pretty low on HP, but you gotta be real freaking careful. You know, that's a good point. You can always go to a cleansing pool, get rid of egocentrisms, and then start getting new items. It feels like it's a little effort though, doesn't it? I gotta put more items into my bag. Unfortunately, well, you know what, I can do this. Unfortunately, my Bumbo still wants to steal all my stuff. And there's not a lot of HP on the ground, unfortunately, so I'm very worried about possibly fighting Mom on like 2 HP if we kill ourselves first. And then having to somehow, you know, survive on the womb. I guess we have the wafer. Having the wafer will help quite a bit. We have 45 bombs. The Hermit. The heck? Does running into an enemy when they're a freaking gold statue, does that actually hurt me? Yo, iron bar! Iron bar! I thought that if you ran into a statue, you wouldn't get hurt there in that situation, but I guess I'm wrong. Another PhD? Okay, that's actually like fantastic. Probably should not have picked it up immediately. You're just going into the bag, honestly. If I could be honest with you. Okay, well, we have one golden chest remaining. I don't know if we even have the capability of opening it, and then we're gonna have to fight Mom. You know what, we could fight Mom, then teleport out with the Hermit card, which I think is what we're gonna do. The Mom fight should just be like right down here. Yeah, so if we fight Mom first, then we can heal up after we kill ourselves instead of before. Slightly different order from normal, but it should work. Yes, Isaac, that's me. Yep, you got it, lady. Doctor lady. Well, there goes the rest of my deal chance, I guess. Why did I just walk into the eyeball? God, we have so many freaking bombs. I'll take a syringe. I will also take the Polaroid. I will also, I guess, put more bombs in my bag. What's 8 bombs? Mr. Boom, Mr. Black. Okay, well that's lovely. Let's teleport back out. The Hermit. And then we'll go kill ourselves. Then open this. Just a trinket. All right, fair enough. So I mean, we got such a weird run here. We have infinite bombs, which means we can always have fodder for our sack of crap. We still want to be killing ourselves every floor, although this is a little risky because we don't have like that much HP on this floor to pick up. Can't help also but notice that we had literally no HP drop out of our potential HP items, so that's unfortunate. Okay, well let's go pick up what we can. Bum, 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 bum. So there was some HP in here. Wasn't there? Oh, there it is. What about 7 bombs and a penny? Deck of cards. With the lovers, which we're just gonna pop immediately. So 7 bomb, you know what? We should try to find a bomb recipe. Like instead, so like normally how you play, you would wanna have like a recipe of using, okay, where's my, oh, you know what we probably got rid of, right, last floor. Instead of using pennies in our recipe as cane, we should try to find a way to use bombs in our recipe as cane so that we can get cheap items, because the cheapest resource on this run is bombs. How strange, how weird is that? That's cool. Does same PhDs stack? That's a strange question because what PhD does is it gives you some HP and all pills are good. It doesn't make the pills better. Pills are still good. So it stacks in so much as you get more HP out of it. No. Red steel. Okay, well. Now we're gonna check 2 pennies and a bunch of bombs. It's a deck of cards. I must have picked up an extra penny. Well, we can at least get some cards. The Emperor. All right, that's interesting. I mean, we're out of things to pick up on the floor, unfortunately, so might as well just not even really worry about the bombs, but here I go. Watch me go. We'll pick up red stew and then leave. Red stew is also full health. Okay, well that's new. Well, it's not new, I just didn't know that. It's new to me. So we have full health. So I'm just gonna pick that up, I guess. Leave. And now that we're at full health, maybe we stop killing ourselves? Which is weird, but I don't want to be so low on HP that we die taking a couple of bad hits. Okay, well that's going into the bag. You know, sure, we're Lazarus, sure we have 10 HP, but we still need to hold some. We gotta win the run still. Excuse me. Pardon me. Let's leave the HP. We should have also picked up the key because we need to be able to open golden chests. I gotta remember what run we're on and what character we are. Feels like I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa. It's gonna be good. Yeah. My penny? I gotta at least make sure I get to the pennies before he does. Oh, I love the sound. I did it with the key again. You know what? Almond milk, sure. I mean, our damage is really high. It's gonna, you know, slowly scale down because of red stew, but our damage is pretty good, at least right now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then, you know what? Give me 2 red hearts. Yuck heart. Well, at least now I have a fly every room. Oh right, Mom's heart. I forgot that you don't skip a floor going to the mausoleum, but you skip one of the womb floors. What the heck? I walked into here accidentally. Glyph of balance, good way of getting HP back, I guess. By the way. What was 1 spirit heart? Did we ever try that? Coupon. Not what I was hoping for. Yeah, I want my bag actually. Did I ever try 1 red heart? Hold on. Let's see if I ever tried this. I didn't, but it's just TNT is dynamite. I'm going deep, man. I'm going deep on this one. Symphonic Storp says, hey everyone, what the F is going on? What, you never play Isaac before? We just, you know, have the ability to have infinite bombs and infinite belly shots. I should pick it up, but like, I'm also curious about a red heart and a blue heart now. So like, red heart, blue heart. Gives us Taurus, speed down plus your rage is building. I mean, our base speed is 1.7, that's pretty good. I'll pick this one up too. All right, we got the bag of crafting, good. I should have put bombs in it. One day I'll remember. I'll remember when I lose my mind. I'll take a tears up. I guess we'll take a health up. Guess we'll take a range up. Guess we'll take a tears up. Guess we'll take a range up. I don't think I'll take another health up though. We don't really need another health upgrade, do we? We're Lazarus with 10. That's too much. It's too much, man. That's too much, man. Yoink. we should also go to the blood bank. Not to play it, but maybe to blow it up. Oh God. Alternate spikes rooms, please no. Ooh, we could have gone in there. We probably still could go in there. If we're lucky, we can find a secret room adjacent. You know, I'm starting to think that maybe, maybe there was like a level of Bumbo where you could actually get Bumbo to pay out with items, and we're beyond that level now because we gave him too much money or something. Because Bumbo is not paying out with anything anymore, but he was paying out with some good items earlier. Right. Okay, pick up the key, put the bombs in the bag, but not all the bombs. I kind of forgot how many bombs were in the bag, to be honest with you. I think I put a pill in the bag? Nah, yeah, I did. So, blow this open. High Priestess, Emperor. Put this in the bag, put this in the bag. Oh jeez, you get whipped around that pretty fast. And then you know what? Put this in the bag. That's a lucky penny too. We get the blessing. So now we have a couple of pennies in the bag. And you know, because we have Guppy's eye, we can see what's going on in here. What the heck? Bumbo just pooped out a bomb for no reason. What are you doing, Bumbo? What do you think you're doing, Bumbo? You crazy man, you crazy beast. Should really go back in there for the HP. Ah, you know what? That must have been old bandage paying out with HP in that room. That's okay. Now, open this. You son of a... I don't need more keys, Bumbo. It's the converter again. Well, you know what? There's money right there. That's not for you, Bumbo. Did you try to eat... Did you try to poop a bomb at me, Bumbo? Bumbo. I don't understand what's happening. I do want this. And you know what, with 93 bombs, let me tell you, I think we're gonna be able to get to it. With 2 spirit hearts along with it. I also have no idea what my HP is like, so I'm gonna pick up one of those and eat the other one, because we know, or I know that I have half of a spirit heart right now. I need the key. You know what? I'm gonna need 3 more keys too. What a strange run. And yet still surprisingly decent. I think partly just because of the fact that Lazarus is a very good character right now. And if you have HP, you've got damage. We have HP and we have damage now. So I gotta be honest with you. First of all, let's see what we got. Converter! Come on! What I'm gonna do, I think, is I'm going to... Bumbo, stop it. Bumbo's bombs, by the way, they blow up, which is a little scary. But I'm gonna play the self-sack room, and then we'll leave when we're dead. And then we'll know how much HP we have. Because I don't know how much HP I have right now, but there's no deals with the devil, so we don't really need spirit hearts, do we? Bumbo, stop it. No! Stop it! Bumbo! Starter deck's pretty good. I don't think we need any more... Oh, this is scary. I don't think we need any more pills. Like, we don't need more HP upgrades and whatnot. And there were no full health pills, at least none that I saw. So I'm okay with this. Put some bombs in. God damn it, Bumbo. Damn it, Bumbo! High Priestess, Hermit. I guess we'll take High Priestess. Always a useful card to have. HP. I love getting the HP. So we certainly should be able to survive leaving the floor even if we play that self-sack room. Self-sack room. Also, let's just get HP onto the screen so I don't forget about it later. Our damage is also like really good. Hallowed ground? That's a bit surprising. Also, a white heart, a red heart, a black heart. Oh, frick hell, Bumbo. Frick hell. Okay, and then we pop Hierophant. This is actually gonna be a Hierophant. A like very high quality item, I think. Yeah, Seraphim, that's pretty good. This is very strange. I know I'm just like shoving things into the bag now, but there's a lot of HP on the ground. You know what, that makes sense. No, mine. Also mine. We're getting some, like, I feel like we're getting some pretty good items out of the bag of crafting. And you know what? I just only now realized, bag of crafting, ooh, kind of nice for when you're later in the run and you have kind of too many consumables. Like, what are you gonna do with your consumables? Well, now you can just create items out of them, not just as Tainted Cane. It's quite handy. Also, boing, 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 by the way. Honestly, bouncing off of him made it very difficult to touch him, but that's okay. Don't touch me, Isaac. Don't touch my Isaac. Still have a lot to do on the floor still. Well, only if we want to do full exploration, but I think I'm just gonna go play the self-sack room and see what we get. This is slightly the wrong direction. All right, there's a lot of HP on the ground. Let's do this. The self-sack room. Yo, 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 yo. Also, I don't know if... What the heck? Oh, right. I don't know if you can get free plays by using the poop. I don't think you can. I think I'm on a half of a heart right now, but we want to die anyway, so. Nope, that must have been Celtic Cross. Bumbo, stop it. What the heck? We got the member card. I dropped a bag when I... Oh, Bumbo must have dropped a bag. We got another PhD. Okay, that's really good. I also got another item. I don't know where that came from. Because that was not the payout, I think, from touching this a whole bunch. Maybe it was? Guys, I'm confused. Dr. Z says I have returned with pizza. Oh my god, that sounds so good. Right, forgot about that. Let me leave. Now, we should pick up the HP. We should pick up PhD, which is gonna also drop a card, which is another Emperor card. Fantastic. Bumbo, get out of here. Okay, well, I mean, I got a few items. We got Gimpy, Vasculitis, and Mom's Razor, which has apparently been buffed, I think. So now it'll block bullets and it's larger. It's larger. Oh, also don't forget about Holy Water. All of a sudden, we picked up a lot of items from that one room. That is strange. Dr. Z says, it's only cheese. I prefer sausage and pepperoni. Honestly, that's kind of like my preferred pizza as well. Maybe add a little bit of like jalapeno peppers on it too. I love some good jalapenos on a pizza. That's not what I meant to do. But I guess you can't swing your bag when you already have items in it, huh? Range plus luck. I don't know why I'm exploring. I should just go. Oh my god, I'm just creating more money on the ground. Bumba, what are you doing to me? He's turning me into a monster. Oh, no wonder I can't pick anything up. I don't have my bag. Hold on, get my bag. Keep picking up more keys. Get another little gish. Okay, I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm done with this silly place. I want out. I want out. Dun 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 dun. Mud says pineapple and bacon is where it's at. Nope, get banned. Pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. Who am I banning, says Mud. You're being banned. Pineapple S-tier pizza topping? Ugh. You know, honestly, it's not the pineapple that gets me. It's the Canadian bacon. I don't like Canadian bacon on a pizza. The oil just kind of soaks into the pizza and it makes it too bacony. It's not the flavor profile I'm looking for. We have full HP, by the way, as Lazarus, just so you know. Also, we have so many flies and spiders. Are you seeing this? All right, what do we have? I need some of this, Bumbo. We got another Taurus? I gotta try. Hey, at least it's not another speed down, I guess. Okay, Parasitoid is really good. And just gotta go make our way back to the starting area so that we can go fight Megastan. I will take this. Rainbow Baby and conjoined. What the ever-loving hell. Okay, I need the key. I also have stuff to put into our bag. But not all the bombs. If there's too many bombs in the bag, you don't get a good item. I can't even see what's happening half the time. Also, rip bitrate on this one. You know, I was kind of hoping that if I had... Sure. I was kind of hoping that if I had a another Taurus, that the Taurus bonus would be scaling twice as quickly, but that's not happening, unfortunately. That would be fun. Okay, so we got Bob's Curse. Dr. Z says something about pineapple on pizza gives me the chills. Should maybe go check out your doctor for that one. After all, it's just pizza. Hey, Book of Revelations, more HP, thank you. No, I agree. To an extent. I need these keys again. This would be a lot of fun with some other tier effects too, like the one that makes your tiers wrap around the level. I always like that, or like pop tiers. Those are some pretty fun ones. All right, well, I have one more key, so there you go. There's Aquarius. I've now turned into the Zephyr. Best friends. Sure, why not? Let's go fight Mega Satan. We got Alkodama. I mean, in theory, if I just stand in front of you and shoot, I'm gonna have so many flies and spiders that you're gonna have an infestation on your hand, buddy. Well, up until the moment when I have to stop shooting. I also don't really understand what's hitting me, but I'm not going to, let's be honest. I can't see exactly where I am because, I mean, honestly, can you see my body in all this nonsense? No, okay, I thought so. Honestly though, our damage is like really good. It's a rare fight where you can actually farm items on your boss. Although I think I picked up the bombs. Oh, right, because of the magnet, the bombs are coming into me. Probably should not have picked up the magnet. A little bit of an anti-synergy. Also, I'm really slow now. I guess we lost our Taurus bonus. The screen looks hideous, by the way. Still, this was a fun run. I haven't really used Bag of Crafting outside of Tainted Cane. Look, I'm not gonna dodge any of this, you kidding me? But it's a fun combination, and with the Curse of the Tower plus the scissors, we have free access to consumables to use in recipes to just get a lot of generic items. Nothing high quality. Well, we got a couple of high quality items, but mostly just filler. You need plenty of filler items on your runs, for the most part. So that was a lot of fun. Very interesting way of playing. Nope. See you later. Good run. That's an interesting look at Lazarus. Definitely the PhD made it very easy for us to keep our health, but I could see that being harder if you couldn't get all the health upgrade pills, because you would have low HP because you're killing yourself to get the damage bonus, or maybe you don't. Maybe you don't need the damage and you want the health. That's always a choice that you can make. An interesting choice. Anyways, hey, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch if I want to go live. Support the channel at any of the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Isaac.